Alright guys, what is going on? Welcome to the channel. A little cloudy and stormy outside today. It's very nice weather in Texas as of the last couple of days. Had a tornado watch not that long ago, and then it's been a fun couple of days here in Texas. Anyway, what is going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. Wanted to do a stream this morning. Actually woke up. I have like a doctor's appointment later today, so I'm going to go ahead and fit a stream in here. That way I have enough time. Then I can actually like pretty much play a little bit into the around noon or something like that. So that's a good 2-hour stream that we're probably going to try to do today. Anyway, let's go ahead and transition this over. What is going on? Welcome to the channel. And am I the only one here? Possibly. You're the only one chatting right now. Everyone's at school or asleep. Yeah, probably. And I also forgot to change the latency on my stream, so responses may be a little later than usual. Let's go ahead and first order of business, we're going to go ahead and rehabilitate 3,030 houses in Georgia. We're going to continue to have an effective housing policy. I know we had a let's go over here to housing, go to legislation. Yeah, we did have a large reform. We established a monthly rent allowance for low salaries. Allowances can be granted both to new owners and to tenants, and the amount of the allowance is based on household income. And then we also moved for reduced rate loans for purchase of property. Should have an effect on homelessness. Third generation nuclear power is considered environmentally friendly, but it is not considered renewable. So if you're trying to shoot for something like a political and economic agreement, nuclear power will not be considered when signing that type of free trade agreement. But I do prefer, especially if you're playing some of the larger countries, I do prefer the nuclear power, the third generation, and fusion power. Looks like there was a meltdown in Pakistan. Where is this? This was outside. 250,000 people have lost their lives. 170,000 people have been displaced in Pakistan. But 250,000 people have died because of this nuclear accident. And that is what we're worried about in Georgia, is that if we do go for a nuclear power plant, we do run the risk of a nuclear meltdown. That will be an extremely expensive endeavor for us. 250,000 people. Yeah, that would shave off a considerable chunk of our population. So population is 4.96 million people. Yeah, we should start increasing our population. Probably going for the child allowances or something like that. Can you maybe turn the music down? Is the music that loud? It didn't really have that many complaints last time. But yeah, I will turn it down there. Oh wow, the music's too loud. Music's a bit loud. Screw y'all. Let me turn that down a little bit more. There. Y'all happy? Alright, let's go over to services. Air transportation, what are we doing here? Doing a lot better. Let's go ahead and exonerate air transportation. What's GDP at the start? GDP at the start was like about $14 billion. We are now at $30 billion. Bro, it's 10 a.m. Yeah, I know. Hey, technically 10 a.m. Oh yeah, it is 10 over there. Well, it's almost 11 here, so. No, it's too loud. Oh yeah, you just want no music at all? My OBS says that the sound is pretty fine. So yeah, it's like not even going above negative 25 decibels. Well, actually it is, just barely. This is our electricity situation right now. 57% hydraulic, 8% solar, 16% biomass, and 16% fossil electricity. We're actually split evenly with fossil and biomass. It's 12 p.m. for me. How's it 12 p.m.? You have to be... How is it 12? There's no way it's 12 p.m. Anyway. Oh, yeah. Let's go over here. Let's go to tobacco tax. Let's create this tobacco tax. Please, Parliament, will you accept this proposal? Yes, they will. Let's go ahead and add this to reform. I'm going to change a couple of taxes here. Let's call this the Revenue Reform Act 2025. We just had a presidential election. It's called EST. Oh, it is? Okay. Okay. Okay, Matt Gagnon's thing set, like, literally confused me, so unless he forgot that I was in Texas. Because he said, bruh, it's 10 a.m. I'm so confused. For me, it's 5 p.m. Okay, so we're gonna try to get this to about 25 to 50%. Because, and I'll show you guys why we want to increase that. Oh, we need a financial... Why do we not have a financial transaction tax? Come on, we are trying to fight inflation here, and we do not have a financial transaction tax. That is disappointing, to say the least. I've gone 4 years, and I do not have a financial transaction tax. This needs to change immediately. Let's go ahead and... go for 0.1. No. What about 0.7? Are we pushing it 60%? Let's go for 0.7. And we're still good on the passing. And this is the funny thing about this election that we just had. All of the left-wing parties got eliminated from the parliament. The left wing in the country now has 0 representation in the parliament. So we have the CLP, the Conservative Liberal Party, which is a conservative rightist political party. We have the UTR, the Union for a Traditional Republic, with 28 seats, so 77 seats for my party. 28 seats for the Union for a Traditional Republic, or UTR, which is a conservative rightist party as well. And then we have the Democratic Right Group, which is a right party. So not conservative rightist, but it's right. So I think they're a little more left-wing than we would be. And actually, the cool thing about this, I need to make a politics tutorial for this game because if you actually notice, this thing kind of shows you by political spectrum. So obviously politics is in a spectrum, like autism. And so basically the way this game actually works is that it allocates these parties as they are on the political spectrum. So this is the rightmost party that we have, which is my party. This is going to be, so the UTR is a little more left-wing than we are. And then the DRG is the leftmost leaning party in the parliament right now. But I still think that is cool. So again, there's going to be a lot of things that we're going to be able to get done because the left literally has 0 control in the party now. But if we do want to like maybe like raise taxes on something or something like that, Or go for maybe a little more left-wing policy program on something, like gay marriage or something. It might be a little more difficult for that to happen. Even the marijuana legalization, that actually might be impossible at this point. PG, do you know the answer to my math question? So 2015, so that's 35, 40, 42. The answer to life, the universe, and everything is what that is. A tax on large companies. We could go for a carbon tax. Seems like everyone is a mod in chat. Yeah, I know. Thin Blue, Line Guardian. Why are you not a mod? Loser. Get out of my chat. Wait, what? 2015. That's 35. 40. That's 42. Tax on internet access. And vehicle registration. No, we're not going to do a vehicle registration. I just wanted to see how much money we would get. And then audio-visual. We could increase the audio-visual. No. Oh, God. Okay, I leave for now. No, don't go. Ah, yes. Yes, the industrial pollution tax is exactly where it needs to be. Is it possible to make a one-party state without doing the toggle thing? Yeah. I think the best way to do that is by just... Sometimes there's going to be some countries that will accept, like, a one-party rule. I think it's just that you need to make sure that your party wins a considerable margin. Maximo, what's going on? Guys, if you guys are watching this, go ahead and leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new. If you guys want to see more content like this, hit that bell notification icon. Fight against the illegal immigration. Oh yeah, we can increase that. This is the poll from the first round of election. So this is the parliament. Yeah, look at that. 50%, 30%, and then 18%. I still think that is funny. Road maintenance, tax on large fortunes, that was 2.5%. Elections, company tax, 23%. It's going to be a pretty broad election reform. Theoretically, the income generated by this tax is aimed at encouraging development of the country's tourism industry. Not that much. Matt Gagnon, I'm going to kick you from this. I'm gonna unmod you. I swear to God, please stop. I'm going to unmod you. Swear to God. Inheritance tax, 20%. Gun tax. Can I eliminate this? Oh yeah, I'm gonna lose $480. Oh yeah, no. Why did the right not want to do that? Unless I should just reduce it to like a $1 tax. Huh, they would like that. Sally. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm sure you are. Trolling Russia whenever I want. Tax and redundancies. Paid to the state by the company that is laying off. The tax is calculated according to the level of pay the relevant individuals, and the principle is aimed at funding the public employment service. Swear to God, if the Beto thing starts up again, I'm gonna do this bit and y'all are gonna laugh, or y'all are just gonna be like, oh my God. Okay, let's continue. And as the reactions, we have a lot of good things for health and social, but purchasing power, apparently everyone doesn't want to be taxed. You stop the degrowth from taxes by doing a load of trade deals? Oh, absolutely, yes. Absolutely, the question, the answer to your question is by definitely getting a lot of trade deals. You stop the degrowth from taxes. It depends, because I go after higher taxes when the economy is too stimulated, or whenever inflation. So inflation has actually been going up, and now it's actually going down. Okay. What's happened so far? Not much. We introduced a major tax reform. What else do I need to go for? So manpower, police. Manpower, fight against the illegal immigration. We can do that. Employer, social security payments. Oh, yeah, we actually may need to do that. Employer, social security payments. Is that going to get passed? Probably not, so we're going to have to do that in a reform. Hopefully this doesn't trash the reform. Oh, thank God. That's why we love the reform tool. All my homies love the reforms. Let's see what the reaction to that was. Socially, yes. Unemployment, or employment-wise, no. What am I doing? Under surveillance, telephone is... Uh-oh. Something's developing with this guy, boys. Ruh-roh, Scoob. Ruh-roh. What's going on here, Scoob? Are we stopping terrorism? Alright, let's... How much... If I wanted to fund all of this, how much would this cost? Oh my God. Oh, Scoob! Look at that! $866, Scoob! Oh my God, we have a surplus of $1 billion. That is tremendous. Terrorists, cybersecurity... Oh my God, I don't have any sort of cyber protection program. Oh yeah. Yeah, let's go for silver. What if I wanted to go for gold? $500 million. 167. Let's do it. Let's have a strong cybersecurity program. Cyber protection engaged.
Our best coders are working around the clock. They will be working closely with manufacturers and national operators. I will get back to you when the networks are undergoing beta testing.
Yeah, we actually might want that, especially with the Russians being deep red on us. So the good thing is that we don't have another election until 2030. 2028. Oh, 2029. Okay, so should we actually... okay, so regulation of funding of political parties. Should I reform this? Should I go for private funding, or should I go for mixed and unlimited funding? Or should I go for the mixed and limited funding. So basically, mixed and limited funding means that I have a cap on election campaigns. So the summary for this is political parties are either funded by the public sector alone or a mix of public and private sectors. In case of mixed funding, there may be a limit on the funding they can receive. In this instance, large donations from private individuals are banned. Expenditure, the cost of the election campaign, are limited for each term of office. So should I go for private funding, or should I go for mixed and unlimited funding? Or should I keep it the same? Because I don't know. I mean, I had a pretty okay... You should really try to get into NATO. What do you think I want to do? Oh. Let's, initiate a year of culture for a country. There's a couple of ways that Eversim gave us to increase. Let's suggest a foreign exchange program with Italy. They're probably going to refuse it. Yep. Pursue exchanges with countries of comparable size and importance to us. Who should I sign a exchange program with? Let's do Romania. Nope. Albania, yes. Yes, Albania. Oh yeah, let's do one with Somalia. Italy is cringe, yes they are. We're thinking. What's the policy of party funding in the US? Do you know? It is mixed and unlimited.
We have strong suspicions.
Mixed and unlimited funding is their program. Okay, let's look. We don't have it. Let's try to proceed with an arrest. I'm pretty sure he's gonna get released. Yes,
You found
found nothing on him, even though he's the only guy.
our task.
Our task force.
The funeral.
Funeral takes place next week. And there it is. Sabotage in the Secret Service headquarters. 7 have died in the police.
An elevator within the Secret Service's headquarters itself has been sabotaged. The cable broke after being cut. None of the people in the lift at the time survived. It goes without saying that the objective of the perpetrators of this act was to get to the center of counter-terrorism.
Yeah, I bet, because they've been getting their asses handed to every time. Yeah, that is an unfortunate attack. On March 1st, 2025. They get so mad that they literally hit the center of. You should definitely take Russia. Oh yeah, I'm gonna let's look at our militaries real quick. Oh yeah, like 881,000 men to 20,000 men. Surely, I would be able to do that. That's a good idea. You guys should all be my chiefs of staff. Transportation, fast food, naval construction. I didn't even know I had. No, that's naval transportation. Didn't even know I had production on that. Services. What are we doing here? Pretty sizable. For that. So 23 billion. Whoa. Revenue for Reform Act has now passed.
The vote was held and the reform was adopted.
Yeah. Oh, I need to get this guy to like me, though. Let's go ahead and invite him over for a meeting. Swing to the right. Hostage situation in Iraq, but I don't understand why it's showing me that. Unless it involves, like... Oh, it has to be at an airport. That has to be at, like, one of the airports or something like that.
Sure. I'd be... Yes. Yes. Splendid. I'll give it as a gift to my little nephew. He lost his rattle the day before yesterday. Don't you think this gadget is a bit outdated?
No, I'm gonna mess with this guy.
I'm so...
I am sorry, but we disagree on some points. I can bribe him, though. Oh, look at that. There's our plane. It's going to Moskovskaya. Material situation, elderly people whose alarming or purchasing power barely allows us to survive. Many of us are living on dangerous state of need. Not to say pure and simple poverty. You must act head on, Mr. President, in order to guarantee a worthy and decent life for us. We're trying. We're trying. Just calm down, lady. I used to live in Saudi Arabia. Best part is the smell of oil, which is surprisingly addicting. Jesus. Oh yeah, illegal immigration. Get ready for some protests or a riot. Oh, come on. Are you planning on taking Azerbaijan? Do I look like I'm in a position to take Azerbaijan right now? Oh, they're about to... Oh, they took the national parliament.
Here, from the parliament of the country, we declare that we are the new legitimate representatives of the people. We call for the departure of the head of state and the organization of democratic elections.
As if they don't already happen. This is the anti-racism organization doing this. Anti-racists just stormed the parliament building. There we go. Beat his ass. Beat his ass. Oh, these are the Russians.
We have subdued the
rebel movement. There's no more unrest in the city. Demonstrator killed. That's gonna be fun. Damn, that one cop just took out like an entire regiment of protesters. The Abkhazia parliament under Armenia. Oh. That's... Oh man, that hurts my brain. Oh, that hurts my brain. Oh, my head hurts. My head. Ouch.
I have come to reiterate our loyalty face to face. We fully support your political moves. These troublemakers' demands are ridiculous, and the taking over of Parliament is a travesty.
for the moment.
We're really trying to tread carefully because I could get thrown out of office real freaking quick right now. And what did I do? I increased funding.
We have subdued the...
for. I increased funding for what do you call it? Illegal immigration. That's all I did. Holy crap! Okay, just send the fire brigades in. The army's on your side. You're good. Yeah. But my popularity could plummet real quick. Well, I guess using the water cannons is a cool idea. Just knocks the hell out of the... Damn. Didn't even need to send the army in. Ban the anti-racists, do it. Well, let's try not to do nationwide riots again. Surprised we only lost like 5% approval there. Let's go to associations. Anti-racism. Associations, ban an association. Banning an association amounts to undermining freedom of association. Recognized in a particular in the Universal Declaration of Human Rights adopted by the United Nations in 1948. Subsidize. Can subsidize an association when its actions thought to be a benefit to the locality and have difficult mission achieving its mission or even surviving without its help. Collective for consumer rights. Let's publicly congratulate the consumers and drivers. If the army is on your side, random dude, we will hear FBI open up. We need to get in the EU and NATO. Yes, we do. I really want to get into the European Union, because if I get into the European Union, I could just ask for a Eurogroup loan, and I can pay off like all of my debt, and I'll just be indebted to the European Union. There's a couple of laws that I need to change. Justice. Okay, so determine total independence of justice. We do not have the legalization of the death penalty. Should I legalize it? We'll figure that out. Sell subject to the license system, sale limited to hunting arms, which must adhere to the license system and undergo inquiry. Amnesty. Education. Legislation. Freedom of the teachers. Inspection. Max school age is 15. School vacations, foreign exchange programs. How long will this be? I have to go. I've only been streaming for like 30 minutes, so it's probably going to go on for a little bit longer. Yeah, look at that. The tax reform, at least the fight against illegal immigration went through, because I'm not going to go through that again. So, change, that's majority, 5 years. System. Legal age of voting. Parliament's term is 4 years. Country? Cabinet, elections. Okay, so we'll go over to liberties. States, criticism of religions. Oh, criticism of religions. Let's go ahead and move that to freedom of expression. Check that. Why does the parliament not want to accept that? Violence, censorship for minors. Eroticism, censorship for minors. Criticism of religions. Article 20 of the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights adopted by the UN states that any advocacy of racial hatred that constitutes an incitement to discrimination, hostility, or violence shall be prohibited by law. The legislator can hinder freedom of expression if he judges that it is threats to the community. Based parliament, Jesus. Yeah, I know, but we're not going to be able to... Annual National Day. We should actually, like, do a National Day and then maybe even an International Festival. Come on, wait. Ah, crap. I keep forgetting this. Place under surveillance. Subject to censorship. But I also forgot about this too, but this is not as important. But let's go ahead and launch another massive cyber attack against Zimbabwe. We'll just keep doing that. We'll keep doing that to you until you stop your dastardly deeds. All of that is from Zimbabwe. All of this is from Zimbabwe. They should not have that much money. I always forget my secret services. I always do. Integration policy. I really want to do it to opened, honestly. Because if we go to open, we're gonna be able to like get a lot of immigrants.
Duly noted.
Oh, good.
Zimbabwe, the guy who used the bots to spam dislike videos, is coming. $641 million cash surplus. And cyber attack against Zimbabwe hasn't been successful. We should also do a cyber attack against Armenia. Just because I'm bored. Not bored, but let's do it. Massive state-sponsored cyber attack consists in introducing viruses into the country's information system at all levels of society and its infrastructures in order to saturate or disrupt and ultimately paralyze or knock out those systems. Such attacks are condemned by the international community, but in reality it is rare that anyone is able to verify the source of these attacks with any certainty.
Duly noted. Copy that.
So Zimbabwe gets a cyber attack. MP4 headset. MP4 head... Oh. Cyber attack against Armenia. China discovers carbon concrete. Fiber optics. MP4 heads... Let me see this. Oh, okay, it doesn't tell me. Ecology and cyber attacks against Armenia has been successful. Panic in the nation. Police. You're in 2025, yes.
It hit.
Tobacco tax, $300 million. What is that already doing? I say, let's go over here. Let's go over to health and mortality. And 42% is on its way down. It is. Because 40% of my country dies from heart disease. 22% dies from strokes. And then 11% dies from other types of cancers. and then 5% dies from neurological disease. Which this is on its way up. Atmospheric, so inactivity, atmospheric pollution, rich foods, living conditions of the elderly, inadequate elderly services. I'm gonna be right back. Cyber attack on the US? Maybe. I'm gonna be right back. Need to go take a little, not break, but I will be back in a couple of minutes. So just hang tight, and I will be right back. All right. I apologize for that wait. But we're back. What is going on? Ever better than Japan? No way. Just 1 second. What the? Oh my god. Man, this stream is just all over the place right now. The king has returned. Yes, he has, and he's screwing up his own live stream. All right, now we're back. And I apologize for that 10-minute wait. PG is having struggles. Yeah, I am right now. But I won't have any struggles for much longer. So, let's go to Secret Services, terrorists. Bought a second mobile phone. Please catch this guy in time. Alright, so military operations, launch procedure to authorize. This one is always weird. This is like the hardest one to get. Funny enough. PG
Here
moment.
is our growth.
Yeah. Bargain concluded. Good, 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 good. Great to hear. Prevention, contracts. Legal age for consumption of alcohol. I wonder, if I go over here. If I go over to Parliament, authorize the use of referendums. Of course they're against it. I have an idea. Let's try to get this passed. And let's meet up with our party. And let's meet up with the Democratic Right group.
Sure.
Okay, so offer glass of champagne,
Yes.
blah, 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 blah.
I'm so.
Of course you say that. Meeting with the Democratic Right group. We need to get as many of these guys.
No problem.
No problem. I intended to do so. I got it passed. Thank you so much, Democratic Right group. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Imagine having a parliament, I know, right? The media. Let's look. Internet users 48%. Why Ultranet? I wonder what that is. 12 TV stations, 0.4 TV per capita. Distributed newspapers, press, daily newspapers per 1,000. Newspapers are still a thing. In 2025? Sure.
We have strong suspicion.
Zoink, Scoob! Let's go to Secret Services. Canister of gas. Hell yeah! Please arrest him. Haha!
We've
Yes.
proceeded.
Thank you. Okay, let's go to taxation. Let's go to tobacco tax. And let's max this out once again. Thank you, Parliament. Parliament is the savior of this country. Imagine being Afghanistan. PGism. PGism. The hell is PGism? Being a coward? Yeah. Cotton colza. Do we not have a... Can we get a production of colza? Oh, we can! Hell yeah! Let's do $50 million worth of subsidies for colza. And this just requires water supply networks. Can I nationalize it? Should I nationalize? Pigeonism. Haha. Price reduction. What about price reduction for cereals? What is this? Let's remove the exoneration from cereals, and then let's reduce the price. Let's reduce it by 5%. Yeah. Agriculture and low price policy. Raccoons are fake. Yes. Oh yeah, this is what I was going to check. Let's go over to farming. Let's go to tobacco. We're not subsidizing it. Sector is water supply. Who's the biggest producer of tobacco? Yeah, of course it's China. Okay. Production. I mean, I could nationalize it. Strategic sector, securing jobs, you're reaping the benefits of the sector. Oh, what I could do is that I could just kill the sector entirely. How much would we be losing if I actually just nationalized it fully and just killed it? Trade balance, 300,000, $6 million in sales, and $2 million in profits, 0.013% income tax. And how many jobs would we be losing? We'd be killing 1,000 jobs in this sector. So we'll think about that. Should I nationalize it and just kill the sector? Wouldn't be losing that much. We're losing maybe 1,000 jobs. And so one time I remember thinking about, like, huh, should we do that? Wait, what's this? Oh, look at that! We got a ship coming in! Yay! Oh, that's so cool.
The bill.
Tobacco tax, thank you. Oh, that is so cool. Apparently the Russians want to send us shipping, but where are you from? St. Petersburg. Why would you come from St. Petersburg? Nationalize everything. Sure. Oh, there is a raccoon in the chat. Look at me getting excited over a little ore carrier. Wait, is that still the ore carrier? Come on! It says ore carrier, but it shows the grain. That is a grain carrier. The ore carriers and the grain carriers are completely mixed up, and I don't understand why. Alright, transportation, let's look. 10% electric vehicles. Price of fuel is down. Cars per capita is going up. And shouldn't I increase funding for this? Let's go to elections, program, repatriated immigrants. So full funding for road maintenance. Okay. Pull in Iran and take the ship over. Yeah, sure. I do need to pull in Iran and start buying more ships. So let's go over to frigates. Rank 2. Rank 3. Let's purchase some ships, rank 3 ships from Japan. $2.3 billion. That'll give us 4 ships.
The bill has been voted.
Referendums. Yes, we finally have referendums in the game. So let's go ahead and immediately propose a referendum. Let's go to culture, let's go to liberties, and let's go to criticism of religions, and let's hold a referendum on this. Opinion of the people. People actually might not support it. What about parliaments? Against 52. Let's go with the referendum. Well, 56 is mainly because of my popularity, so people are going to be in favor of this referendum. South Korea, let's see what they want. Mastery of nuclear fusion. Oh yes. Wait, are we the first? We are the first ones to have made this discovery, which gives us a huge scientific advantage. You want the patent and render it commercially accessible to the entire world. Our nuclear research teams have succeeded in controlling nuclear fusion. This reaction, which takes place in the stars at temperatures in order of millions of degrees, produces considerable energy, a lot more than fusion or fission. We henceforth can produce equipment available to create the necessary conditions for this fusion and exploit it as quickly as possible in these nuclear plants. We are the first ones to have made this discovery. Can you imagine that? Like the holy grail of nuclear energy, and freaking Georgia discovers it first. This is the first time that we have made a discovery that's Let's go ahead and send the cops in there. But wow. Oh, look at that. Female Prime Minister in Japan. Is this a crossover? Crossover moment. The real lol moment is if you won the referendum 52 to 48. Any tornadoes recently where you live, PG? Yeah. There was one a couple of days ago. $3 billion. Let's go ahead and purchase these ships from Japan. Well, yeah, $3 billion, $3.06 billion. I can go for that. Wait, when are we getting those ships? I didn't check that. That's actually what I meant to check. Economy, Japan, really bad contract. We're gonna get those 624, 2026, and with interest, that's gonna cost the country $4.2 billion. It'll be much more expensive than average. Yeah, but still weapons. Gets overthrown, PG legalized same-sex marriage.
I'd like
to congratulate you on your popularity. So main allies, Ukraine, you got United Kingdom, Germany, Canada, Latvia, Japan, Poland, Estonia, France, Israel. We do need to sign a couple more security agreements with some countries. If I was in NATO, we wouldn't have to worry about security agreements, because I want NATO. Let's do it. Come on, please get me into NATO.
The contract you just
signed wasn't stellar, to say the least. I wonder if I need to legalize same-sex marriage in order to get into the European Union. NATO file accepted. Oh yeah, when is this referendum going to take place? 6/26. The vote will take place on 6/26, 6 days from now. and probably submitted to a referendum. People will express themselves. The plan is divided in the nation.
Good morning.
Good morning. They want to purchase surface ships for some reason.
Sure.
Sure. Signs of cooperation. What can we do with South Korea? In a robotics spacecraft? Spacecraft? What the? Electric? I want to see that. Research. Aeronautics. Space propulsion. Spacecraft. Reaction engine functions in space and relies on electric power. It is a low-powered engine. It is mainly used to correct the trajectory of satellite or space probes. Huh, look at that. 2045 to 2054. Because we have zero funding for... What about aeronautic? Aeronautic. Long-haul civil plane, 2027 to 2028. I just need to... What about this drone? 20... Oh, yeah, let's get that. Okay, human. Bacteriology is useless in no COVID mode. Next game I play, I really need to play with COVID. And you talked about the deficit and etc. from Discord. Hey, yeah, let's go ahead and talk about that. Let me go ahead and get rid of this protest, and I will discuss this. Because Lula made an excellent summarization of the structural deficit. I've been trying to explain it for a while. Okay, so look at this. Their information systems and networks have been secured. They are now running under the protection of a firewall. Your protection level is silver. Like in the Olympic Games, the shinier the medal, the more you are protected, which we actually might need. And NATO membership has been refused. You were five votes short, and we only got 15 votes in favor of NATO membership. I seriously think it's Italy. Oil slick off of the coast of Greece. And let's go ahead and go to this summarization. I'm going to go ahead and discuss this real quick, because I really did want to discuss this. Let's go to debts. No, let's go to budget. And let's go over here. So structural surplus. Okay. And my phone is just having a fun time loading. All right, here we go. Okay, so basically, I've been talking about this for a while, so like instead of budget excess, one of the biggest things that you should pay attention to is what your structural deficit or surplus is. So basically, the way Lula kind of described it was like this. So the definition of a structural deficit is a structural or permanent deficit differs from a cyclical I can't talk deficit in that it exists regardless of the points in the business cycle due to an underlying imbalance in government revenues and expenditures. Thus, even at the high point of the business cycle when revenues are high, the country's economy may still be in a deficit. And then the way he describes it in the game is that the cyclical deficit or surplus can include the economy from a sector that you have privatized that only has this effect for a year, which is plus growth plus cut spendings plus employment, not unemployment. And then the structural one is the deficit without all of those things. So this right here takes into account growth and expenses and employment. So everything goes into this is about those three things. But the structural deficit or surplus takes that out and is only your actual what do you call it? Yeah, I know. I'm having a really shitty time trying to say cyclical. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time saying that right now. But yeah. I actually might make a video about that, basically just talking about like the difference between the deficit or the GDP, like whatever it shows in game, and the structural. So the difference between budgets, excess slash deficit to structural surplus slash deficit. So I think you guys get my point now. I'm gonna stop talking. Oh man, I love this. But Lula, that was an extremely well summary of whenever you said that in a Discord. I kind of saw it and I was like, oh wow, that was really good. Turnout was average. The referendum passed and new laws therefore entered into force. So if I wanted to join the European Union, let's go ahead and try my hat into that ring now. All right.
Our sportsmen are ready.
Is that a... Yeah, electoral... Uh-huh. I've never gotten that before. Probably because I actually am meeting most of these promises. Cyclical. Is that it? Cyclical? Major current conflicts. Oh, interesting. So, industry, aeronautical construction. We could actually consider getting into that industry, but I don't want to right now. Oh, $25 million. Membership refused. Oh, they have a new president of the European Commission. Alright, we need to weed out exactly like what rights we don't have in this country. Okay. Police. What kind of human rights are we not meeting? Demography, migration flow, security, human rights, level of democracy. 69. So, oh yeah, so we're pretty far behind in terms of human rights in the country, but what is considered human rights? Women, family. Justice, work, women, legislation, abortion. So, on-demand abortion, regulate contraception, authorize at will, and prostitution. That doesn't matter. Education, health. What are we missing? Cabinet, head of state. Order, That's so weird. Oh, look at that investment budget, though. I bet it's running a deficit in this game. In real life, it doesn't seem to matter so much unless it gets really out of control. I think that's the way it works in this game. Like, you know, as long as you're not, like, spending, like, you know, half your GDP on, like, a construction project. PG, define human rights, the UN, ... Elections? What are we missing? 2 turns. 18 is the voting age. Head of state's term, 5 years. Okay, hang on. Other organizations join. To join the European Union, the requesting country must meet a certain number of criteria, which is the Copenhagen criteria. I'm going to look that up. So, stability in its political institutions, guaranteeing democracy and respect for human rights, a viable and competitive economy, institutional, judicial, and administrative criteria allowing the country's adaptation to the commitments of the European Union. Moreover, the European Commission is very attentive to your environmental policy, the risk of social dumping, or tax evasion. The decision to expand belongs to the Council of all the European countries, which must be unanimous, so that might be difficult. Unanimous. We shouldn't be hated by any European Union country. Oh, Sweden might be one of the... No, I don't think they are a part of NATO. Norway's a part of NATO. Sweden's not. State needs to promote gayness more. I mean, should I just move to a civil union? Yeah, gay rights is literally the only thing that I'm thinking. And I have a civil union. Let's see what this is. We could hold it to a referendum again. Let's do a referendum. 64% is actually a lot more accepted than the religious thing. Breach of the free trade agreement with Australia. It's too small. The trade volume between our two countries would be too small. We perhaps would even lose money in the exchange. And that was a... Australia! Come on! I have a free trade agreement with Japan. Oh, it's because there was a change of government. Oh no, the Liberals took power. Oh, Australia. Yeah, you're just making reasons up. Oh, we were so good in relation with Australia and Australia. Oh, wow. How long has this guy been in power? 7 days. 7 days into the new administration in Australia after their federal elections, and they breach the free trade agreement between our two countries. That is BS. Come on, Australia. That is... Oh, yeah, definitely. I don't even want to be friends with you now. I'm glad that we have neutral relations with Australia. They just violated, like, 4 years of friendship between that free trade agreement. Oh yeah, the trade volume is going to be so small, and yet you just breached the free trade agreement 7 days into your administration. %, so it is going down. 46 cents on the dollar. Based Australia. That's not based. Well, at least it kind of like gets growth to go back down, because those free trade agreements really hurt your economy. Imports are up $2 billion. I really wish I could get rid of these free trade agreements. Eliminate head of state. Oh, I really want to. Turnout was average. So what does that do to my human rights? Freedom of the press. Level of democracy. Level of democracy. Let's look at the Copenhagen criteria. Alright. European Union membership criteria. So I must abide by Article 49 or the Maastricht Treaty. Declaration of the European Council describing a general policy in more details, which is political, economic, and legislative. Specific and detailed conditions. So, here it is. Democracy. Free elections with the secret ballot, the right to establish political parties without any hindrance from the state. Oh, hang on. Okay, we are a free multi-party system. I'm gonna be right back. Okay, I am back. You guys should be able to hear me if there's any issues with my microphone. Let me know. Okay, so we're trying to figure out right now what we need to improve on in terms of weapons supplier. If they start getting weapons from someone's gonna pay. Vial bought a canister of gas. We'll continue to wait on him. So finance, 5%. Thank God. Health. Prevention. Physician-assisted suicide. Clear as crystal. Black and blue. Clear as crystal. Ooh, let's go for some maternity hospitals. In a minute, because I don't want to wait. Oh, no wonder our suicides are so high. We only have 8 psychiatric hospitals throughout the entire country. No wonder. We need to increase the amount of psychiatric institutes we have. Haiti. Police.
Our infiltrated agent was spotted and murdered. The terrorists discovered that he worked for us and sent us his head by mail.
They just keep doing that. I'm really at a loss right now. Media, wait. Freedom of information, god dang it. Determine mixed, so freedom of expression for the media in Georgia. You'll better not trash me. I'll probably just start saying like, oh yeah, a lot of corruption. Oh, we didn't notice. Transportation, housing, work, research, culture, sports. What do we got? Disciplines. Oh yeah, we're not funding worth crap to our disciplines. Personality cult, we don't have one. Publicize a movement, constitution, nominate. I seriously don't feel like there's anything wrong with our constitution. There's nothing that I'm pretty much, unless it's like, if we go over to parliament, change the system, determine the powers of parliament. Maybe it's because we have vote laws, but no motions of no confidence. What if we do vote laws and motions of no confidence against government, but not against the head of state, so they can go after our, government officials, but not against me. What would people want? So let's do a TV address and change the rules of the parliament.
This law I'm about to defend in your name, dear friends, carries with it the ambition of making enormous progress. We...
Okay. I wanted to change that law anyway, but I'm not going to do it against... Oh, look at that. Lots of discoveries. First generation Odyssey improved destroyer. 70mm shells. Behringer DCA autocannon turrets. Torpedo tubes, gas turbines. Yeah, it is a very old destroyer. Shark 80. Oh, yeah, let's go ahead and start building our own fleet of destroyers. And we discover a aircraft carrier. Missile launcher. Robotic vision. We're going to be getting a lot of discoveries, by the way. And external implants.
We have strong suspicion.
Yeah, and I bet we have the information on this guy too. Visited friend in prison. Proceed with an arrest. Please have the information. Thank you.
We've proceeded to...
And we accumulate more money in the Treasury Reserve. $968 million. Wait, how much troops did I have? 16. Attempted assassination. Please say that you dismantled them. Damn it, it didn't. So we're gonna go through whenever these laws get passed. Parliament laws in progress. Level of freedom of information 84, and determine the powers of Parliament.
The bill has been...
So comparative maps. Huh, look at that. Apparently we're more democratic than the United States. What? Oh man, that's kind of funny. Wait, oh yeah, oh wow, we are way more democratic than the United States. I think the moment we go past, I mean, look at Poland. They're so low.
The bill has been voted.
The bill has been voted on and the law has been passed. Oh, that's probably the Parliament Act. Okay, can I join the European Union now? Will they at least submit it to a vote, or we... Now, what I'm worried about is the vote itself. But if we're democratic enough in order to join the European Union, then that'll help. But we just moved like almost 10 points along the line for democracy. Democracy. Like how there's nothing happening in what do you call it? Zimbabwe. Really want to find something on them. 13% inflation. Inflation is on its way down. Thank you so much. EU membership refused. Undertake. Regarding your representatives, human rights, and determine that your country does not conform to the values promoted by the European Union. What am I missing? I know it works because I've heard people getting into the European Union. I know that Norway is a part of the European Union in this game. EU, see? They're outside of the Eurozone, but they're in the EU. For some reason I always see the EU, Norway, like, expand into the EU. And I assure you that Norway is not a part of the European Union. So they joined. They, for some reason, again, consistently join every time. Other organizations, I'm seriously at a loss of what I'm missing. Women, family, work. There's nothing. Maybe it's my inflation. Religions. Special status reference in the Constitution to the official religion or separation of powers in secular government. But I know Spain has this. So it can't be that. Determine religious freedom. Oh god, I'm an idiot. It's probably some of these. Determine level of religious freedom. I always forget this. So criticism of religions and determine the level of religious freedom are completely different. I forgot that this existed. Article 18 of the United States Universal Declaration of Human Rights, adopted by the United Nations in 1948, defines freedom of religion as a person's right to change religions and the freedom to manifest their religion, either alone or in community with others, in public or in private, in teaching, practice, and worship and observance. So we have complete freedom, tolerate and monitor all minority religions, and intensely monitor and restrict outside the majority religion. So let's go ahead and move over to complete freedom of religion in Georgia. So that's going to be heavily supported by the people. And we're going to start the song. Human rights. Oh, yeah. Okay, so let's move through these sects. Tolerate and monitor sects. That's normal. Religions, associations. State control, completely free. Unions. Labor unions recognized and implemented and authorized for the right to strike. Political parties, that is okay. Religions, it may just be the religious freedom issue. You're serving your country. What a relief for Georgia. All religious communities support you. Freedom of worship is an important right, and you are working to fully restore it to the people. This is a big day, Madam President, even if the Orthodox community leader disagrees with the change. Greta Thunberg. She is 22 now. We have enough bullying as it is for the Minister of Transport. What is our electricity production? It's still healthy. New Zealand wants a meeting with us. Protection of digital paper. Bill on religious freedom. Wali Kashaawe. I can't even say that. I was anxious to let you know that I completely support your policy concerning freedom of religion by reestablishing freedom of worship. You're restoring democracy, and you are serving the people. Cheers, Madam President. Robotics and perfection of digital paper. We're not the first. Let's go ahead and patent that. 8%. All these discoveries are just going to start overstimulating the economy again. Currency 13%. Is that flattened off? Probably. Okay, so religions. This is going to pass on the 10th of August. And
Good morning.
Good morning. They want to sell 7,000 tons of beef. Okay, here we go. Israel, accept the meeting.
Our sports...
Budapest.
The appointment that you have just taken is well noted. Nevertheless, because of an overloaded schedule, we have had to cancel another appointment that you already been scheduled for the same day. Let's hope that this cancellation does not affect the sensitivity of the figures concerned.
Yeah, but with you to the death, thank you. Freedom of religion has been passed.
You know full.
Soon enough, we'll be in the European Union, boys, and we can get that Euro loan group. Euro group loan. That's what I meant to say. Let's go to here. Let's go to human rights. Level of democracy 37. Oh, beautiful. We are now more democratic than the United Kingdom, Taiwan, Bulgaria, Spain. I think this might be it. Let's go to other organizations, join the European Union once again, and we should have a really good chance of at least getting our membership down to a vote. I wonder what the freest country is. It was New Zealand. It was New Zealand. Prime numbers formula has been discovered by Japan. Come on. Come on. Accept my membership. Accepted! Yes! Yes! Let's go! Oh, yes! That is... Oh, that feels so good. That feels awesome. Yes! Yes! After examining your candidacy, we are pleased to inform you that your application has been accepted. Your request for admission will now be put to a vote by the organization members during the next voting session. You can directly follow the tabulation. I'm going to go ahead and be right back, and we're going to go ahead and make our way to that European Union membership vote. I don't know if we're going to be able to get accepted into it, especially if we're not able to get into NATO, but maybe the people that don't like me will just abstain, and we will still get a unanimous vote. So I'll be right back. All right, let's go ahead and make our way to that vote. If we get into the European Union, this is huge. But you know what also would happen if this was in real life? But I would be really excited. I don't like the European Union, but just for gameplay purposes and for gameplay purposes as well as economic purposes, joining the European Union is in our best national interest. And I also have never joined the European Union in the game. Doing it as Georgia would be very exciting because very small country, and we can actually influence. We can actually influence the workings of the European Union as our own country.
You're committed.
As well, it also de facto would give us NATO application. Because most of them would still come to my aid. Voting session, Georgia admission request. Voting session. Voting will now begin. And remind you the results will be updated after each vote, and an alert will be shown if the blocking minority emerges and is deemed legal. Oh, that hurts. That hurts. European People's Group is for my membership, but the rest of the parliament is not for my membership. Let's proceed with the vote. Oh yeah. It has to be a unanimous vote, so we are not going to be in the European Union. But at least we are a democracy. I'll use the euro as your currency. I don't know. Norway voted against us. Huh. They're all against 50-50. What the fudge? Come on. How are you against it 50-50? Get wrecked. Oh, what the? That was weird. Voting results has been rejected. Oh, that hurt. Come on. Don't think the euro would be the best for a country like Georgia. Yeah. Refused. Based on a vote that you may have been following, regret to inform you. A request for admission has been denied by the European Union. For next time, I would advise you to note what's necessary with the dissenting countries before the vote, or even meet with their heads of state to improve your relations with them. Sorry, let's go ahead and start with Lithuania. Let's go over to foreign exchange and suggest. Accepted. Hey! Well, the youth can share their knowledge and their culture. These exchanges will bring our two countries closer together for many years to come. Massive L. I really need to go and write down all of the countries that voted against it. When are you going to play as Brazil? Soon. We're going to get that series together. And figure it out. I've also just kind of been a little busy on my own, and I'm actually about to leave for a week. I actually haven't even said that to y'all. I'm gonna be gone for a week in 1 week, literally a week from now. And I will be gone until that weekend, probably Monday, I think. So I leave on the 20th, and then I'm going to be back on the 26th. So yeah, probably about a week from then. Okay. Refused from Bulgaria. Just don't roleplay as Bolsonaro, please. Yeah, that's not the plan. That is not the plan. I have a Brazilian working on the series with me. And he actually sent me a save game in which he won a majority in Parliament. He won a majority in Parliament as one of the center parties, I think. And so basically, we are not going to be playing as Bolsonaro in the Brazil series. Because he especially said, like, in order for me to work on it with you, I don't want you to be Bolsonaro. So we are not going to be Bolsonaro. Guatemala. Oh, should we sign a free trade agreement with Guatemala? At least we are a democracy now. We are now a democracy. Full-fledged democracy. We're more democratic now than the United Kingdom. Freedom of the press. We're number 7 in the world. Look at that. All of this red with 0 freedom of the press in Georgia is now the leading member of Asia for freedom of the press. Nuclear fusion. And let's go in nuclear fusion powered electricity. And let's nationalize this sector fully. I want to know how quickly we're about to get pulled out of the WTO. Minimum pension. Oh, yeah, that's really expensive. We're spending $1.1 billion on immigration. Oh, that's Homeland Security. That's funny. Whoa, what happened here? That was funny.
Good morning.
Guatemala. Cotton. They want to sell me cotton. Oh yeah, let's do it. Oh, come on, man.
Sure. Our country is...
Now I can say that you can... that now it's like actually valid whenever I say you should make an effort for human rights. File under surveillance. Proceed with the arrest.
We've proceeded to...
Thank you, Secret Services. Fiber optics here. Growth is 8%. Just where I like it. Wait, what? Oh, I've actually never seen this before. Abkhazia Free Front members invaded last night a concert hall in Sukhumi, taking spectators as hostages. Our special forces quickly intervened and there were no victims. The terrorists were all stopped. We are lucky. We succeeded in capturing the right-hand man of the Abkhazia Free Front's leader. This is a hard blow for the terrorist organization, but for us, this is a big success. This is indeed a hard blow to this organization, which had engaged several methods in this operation. Great. That is great. You're seriously putting our thumb down on the Abkhazia Free Front. How many troops do we have here? Soldiers, 2,000 troops. 932. 7,000. Let's go to military. Let's go ahead and send an additional 1,000 troops to Sukhumi. I really want to build a military base there. Public sector meeting request from Turkey. Probably gonna ask for like natural gas or something.
The bill...
Like that. Nuclear fusion. How much would this cost? $6.1 billion and $20 billion or $19.2 billion over 5 years. That would be one hell of a project, but we would be getting 60 terawatts of electricity from that plant. Oh man. What about third generation nuclear? $13 billion, $4 billion. I really need to save up just like over maybe like 3 or 4 years, and I would be able to buy a power plant. And I'm telling you, we would not need electricity for like at least 10 years at the rate that we're consuming electricity. We're going off of like 3 terawatts of electricity right now, and like we're good for like maybe 3 to 5 years without building another one. So thankfully, we don't have to invest like, you know, tons and tons and tons of electricity or money into electricity. Let's go ahead and buy a good amount of missiles. Let's do $100 million into missiles. Government waste. I really need to reform the government. Nuclear energy is based. Yes, it is.
Good morning.
Is it natural gas? Yes, it is. I told you. I told you. We're gonna refuse that for right now.
Sure.
I feel so sick right now. I don't know why. I'm gonna take my temperature whenever I'm done with this stream. Gender equality. Let's give that some money. Some money for sexual violence and some money for gender equality in the workplace. $1.9 billion. Oh yeah, let's go ahead and pay back our World Bank loan. Or actually, let's go to the United Nations. Let's go to the World Bank. Let's ask for a full reduction of our debt. And if they don't, then we'll just pay it back.
Good news.
But I gotta go have a good one. Y'all go outside, yeah? Telling me to go outside. Happiness increases in Georgia. Well, I mean, if I do go outside, I mean, it's like storming there. It's really bright. But oh, is that the sun? It's really bright. Oh god, I've never been outside before. Look at that. National wealth, like employment, human rights is accepted. Yo, let's go. I wonder how much I'm gonna pay back, like $1 to the World Bank. Thank you, World Bank. I now owe the IMF and the World Bank $0. $0. Great. Let's go. We just paid back so much money. Now time to figure out, should we pay Germany $1.9 billion? A loan can be entirely or partially bought back, obtained and accumulates during an observable quarterly budget surplus. Countries in the Eurozone. Oh, we have to be in the Eurozone for a Euro group. Well, damn. Hell, I mean, I could pay back the United States. So we're paying Germany. Oh, wow. We could pay back Finland, and that would considerably lower our debt reimbursement, where they're actually charging us the most interest as of right now. We have 7 years to pay back the Chinese and 8 years to pay back to Finnish. Apparently the Finnish really like to charge us a lot of money. Let's do it. We'll pay back the Finns, and because they were charging us the most interest. There's no way that took all of my budget surplus. Huh, it did. Maybe it was because of the interest. Finland. Oh yeah, that didn't even pay all of them back. Oh, maybe. Take loans from the IMF and World Bank, pay back your other loans now. That doesn't work like that. If I was in the Eurozone, yeah, I mean that's how it would work. As oh, look at that. The student exchange actually made Lithuania like me. So let's do one with Croatia. And Slovakia. Refuse and accept it. So Croatia accepted me, and Slovakia refused. State of industry in our country is very worrying. Let's accept this. State-sponsored assassination. A meltdown in India. Cool. That's interesting. I want you in a better... Oh no! It's north of Mumbai. Successful. Haha. For a small Polynesian fiscal paradise. Luke. Wait. We got a couple of things that happen. Luke Noe assassinated by government mole. The news that affected had the effect of a bomb. The head of state has been murdered by Timothy Sonbika, an eminent member of the government. Minister for Economy took advantage of the personal lunch with the head of state to go into action. Nobody knows for sure what led Timothy Sonbika to stab Mr. Luke in the chest with a salad cutlery. But according to unofficial sources, a foreign power may have been active partner in the assassination. Which one? That's what the Secret Service is trying to discover. A much more difficult task after the minister's disappearance. Broadcasts of several kilometers of telecommunication laboratories have discovered how to spread the transmission zones of Wi-Fi hotspots by improving the transmission of the radio waves and eliminating the parasites produced by electromagnetic waves of other electricity devices. Can expand several kilometers. We're not the first, but we can profit a lot. Scandal. Don't tell me they discovered it. Population growth is down. 6,800 homeless people. Huh, we're actually making a dent in homelessness. Fiber optics, carbo concrete, a new material, and discovery of new means of audio transmission. Stop! Audio encoding, sound quality, okay, cool. Carbo concrete is the one that I'm interested in. Strengthens the concrete, creating a new lighter material with greater solidity and thermal coefficient and acoustics clearly superior to those of traditional concrete. You're not the first, but we can profit a lot from this discovery. Let's go over to industry. Let's go over to cement. And let's go down. So we have now a 1-star production for cement. So now carbon nanofiber and electricity are involved in the process of cement production. Used to be void, but now it says carbon nanofiber and electricity. Huh. Fiber optics has been discovered. Plague and plague have been both broken out. Serbia and Croatia. Hey, they better not bring the plague over here. I just signed a student exchange program with Croatia. Swear to God. Free trade. Inquiries on where to get a van. So he saw a violent film and then got a van and bought a canister of gas. Really?
You found absolute.
He's just like, they're on to me. Surprised he wouldn't leave the country by that point. Always faster. Hyperloop has been discovered. Which is always cheaper than making a high-speed rail. But honestly, the country's small enough to where I think I'm going to do a high-speed rail regardless. So if I wanted to do a high-speed rail from Tbilisi to Batumi, $8 billion. Yeah, no. We could do Tbilisi to Gori to Katiisi to Batumi. Oh yeah, I need to build another highway. 3 months, $887 million. Yeah, let's do that. Waste of public money. Yeah, whatever. It's not a waste of public money. It's improving our national defense. Best economic partners. What about strategic partners? There's a plague outbreak in... what is the capital? Tallinn. Oh, look at those. Look at that green. Other organizations. Apply. And let's apply for NATO again. We're gonna play to the end of the year, and then we're gonna wrap this live stream up. NATO file accepted. Please, I want to join at least one of the European organizations. We need closer ties with Europe. NATO membership refused. We're 3 votes short. Maybe Lithuania is finally supporting our cause. Let's check. Politics. NATO. So it's someone in the Balkans. Yeah, Montenegro's a NATO member. I always forget that. Or Italy. Maybe it's Italy. Croatia, we have a foreign exchange with you. Bosnia and Herzegovina. Wait, is but? Oh. Maybe it is Montenegro. Never noticed how bad our relations with Montenegro were. That is a really bad quality flag. Refused. Terror causes of our children to your country with risk of being exposed to potentially subversive elements. You're a NATO member? Are you a EU? If you're an EU member, I'm gonna choke someone. Thank God. Hungary. Romania. Long live Robo-Hungary. Let's sign a defense pact with France. Oh yeah, United States. What happened here? Oh no! There was an election last year in the United States, and the Democrats take back power in America. If you did not watch let's look. If you did not watch the previous couple of live streams, oh wow, 91%. Jesus. Oh yeah, probably because the conservative riders were probably behind the coup. There was a coup in the United States, or a military putsch. Military putsch basically took over, and for like half a year, or like a year or something like that, the United States was under a military government. Like, not even kidding, a military government in the United States, and so I guess they just survived until the elections, and then they may have lost power just because they were being idiots. But yeah. And in Russia, we do see that the Socialist Labor League took over barely in a razor-thin election, 51 to 48. And so Germany had a 2025 election. VRL, so that's the CLP. Ultranational League. Got 10% of the Bundestag. Germany. Yeah, okay, yeah, you're sure you're still there. I believe it. And apparently Macron, a lot of the biggest countries in Europe still stay relatively the same. Ukraine, what's going on here? Center government?
We have strong suspicion.
File. Proceed with arrest. Ah, thank you. How's our tobacco industry doing? 6 million. Oh yeah, we just halted this the tobacco industry in its tracks because of the tobacco taxes that we've just implemented into the government. Let's go ahead and double this to 40%. We're not even going after. Oh, we're not even going after. Oh. Fine, we'll withdraw the bill. I really wanted that.
The demonstrators intend.
You have.
What was that? Everyone didn't like that because of the health repercussions. But we'll get it up. We'll get it up eventually. 20% is pretty high. Let's go over to health. Wait. Okay, budget. Here it is. Let's go over here. Heart disease is down. I want to cut it in half. Because you have free front partial dismantlement.
It's true that.
What is it? Not. Take sausages in concert hall. Same thing. 11. So, okay. So, we need to just keep, like, just rinsing and repeating. And I think we can take out this organization. I guess the more. So, sympathizers, 679. But we're slowly kind of taking away their mercenaries. And I guess if we get the mercenaries to 0, then we're going to effectively take out their ability to be an organization. So that is the plan there. We're just going to continue. We're going to go to the end of the year. We're going to put the next leader or at least character under the thumb of our secret services. And let's do another cyber awareness campaign. Population 4.96 million.
The prep.
Christmas, energy. Inflation has literally flatlined. Public debt 12 billion. Yeah. Look at all the changes that we are seeing here. Got a lot of socialists in power in the Balkans. That would be funny if, like, all of these were socialists or something like that. It's literally effectively the Federal Republic of Yugoslavia. Kazakhstan is always socialist. What about here? What is this? This is a center government in Armenia. And I have yet to see Armenia and Azerbaijan go to war. So I've seen them go to war. Not pretty. Oh, look at that! Look at that! The government is a dependency on Ethiopia. Ethiopia actually won the Sudanese-Ethiopia war. That is interesting. Good on you, Ethiopia. It's like the stronger economy takes fold. Oh yeah, they have a population and military advantage. They probably wiped out their military power, yeah. Most of their military, like, they have pretty equally matched militaries, but I'm surprised that Sudan won that, or lost that war. So Ethiopia won the Sudanese-Ethiopia war. Alright, we'll monitor him. Why is like 50% of the world socialist? I don't know, man.
Our town.
Tsunami in Japan. Okay. Oh, look at that telecom operators industry. We were doing $55 million in sales in 2020 and $19 million in profits in 2020. Now we're doing $1.2 billion in sales and $451 million in profits for telecom operators. This requires numerical networks and infrastructures, electricity, and computer hardware. Let's go over to industry. Let's go over to computer hardware. Computer hardware. We are subsidizing that. And they require electrical components, plastics, and steel. Why would it require plastics? Oh, probably know why, but... Fighter planes. We don't have production of fighter planes. Let's do it. Did you subsidize telecom or something? I did subsidize... I haven't subsidized electrical materials. Or components. I know this is part of... This is like the chipset for your computers. Gold, copper, rare earth oxides. Oh, it's probably because I have an import contract for gold and rare earths, and let's look. Diplomacy, economy. Yeah, rare earths, copper. Yeah. I have import contracts for some of those industries, and so I guess it's because of the import contracts. Therefore, I have more resources, and therefore I can use it more on my economy. That's sometimes why I import more than I need, because it does stimulate demand in the economy. Is there any point to subsidizing services, or is it just better to subsidize the industry that helps those services? Oh shit, this is still live. I'm about to leave. Don't worry. I like to subsidize, or at least exonerate some services. Like fast food is a good one. Yeah, look at that. $100 million in sales already. And, like, there's always vaccines, there's the numerical infrastructures, there's services, there's hotel tourism and trade, which can help out the economy. We're already doing better with hotel tourism and trade. And there's urban transportation, which helps. If you want to improve tourism, like if we go over here, tourism, we have air transportation, railway, naval, urban, and courier. Courier, by the way, is like Uber. Just think of courier transportation like Uber transportation. Uber, Lyft, whatever. Like, basically, it's like a taxi service. Yeah, it's basically your taxi services. That's what courier is. Courier could also maybe mean package delivery, like Amazon. Biggest subsidiaries right now is health, social security, and education and research, which is good. I like that. Homeland security is another one. Transport. But, yeah, services is worth it, Egmo. Air transportation. We'll lift the exoneration whenever we get over 100 million in profits. We're at $250 million in sales for air transportation. Internet services. This is the one that's at... Oh, my voice cracked there. This is the one that we've, like, literally, like, look at this. 500 million in profits and 1.4 billion in sales at the beginning of the game. And now $8.5 billion in profits and $8.5 billion in sales and $3.2 billion in profits for internet services. And this requires software and numerical infrastructures. Let's look at numerical, not post office, numerical networks and infrastructures. This requires electricity and computer hardware. And $1.1 billion and in sales and $421 million in profit at the beginning of the game. Now it's at $4.2 billion in sales, $1.6 billion in profits as of right now. So very, very good sector. Trade balance is now $205 million, up from $62 million at the beginning of the game. Let's go to the end of the year, pay off some of our debt, and we will prepare for the next episode. $906 million in accumulation in the treasury. Unhealthy housing situation. Study lists 409 houses which from now on will be classified as unhealthy, and also evaluates our instance of illness per capita rate as 6.1%. These good results must doubtless, that, God, I love the language in this game, encourage us to pursue our efforts and spare no expense on my ministry's budget. How'd you manage to get a surplus? A lot. Mainly, we increased the tax on industrial pollution because our growth was getting so high that we had to increase it anyway. So that's why I did that. Let's go ahead. A couple more days. We're going to get some of the updates. Economy grew 8.07% in 2025, and GDP is now at $39
Here are the
billion. Yeah, so we started off with like a $15 billion GDP, by the way. So we have more than... We're about to have at least tripled our economy as soon as we hit $45 billion. Usually this stuff hits at about maybe the 6th or the 8th. We're going to go to the 10th of January. And then we're going to call it for today. I usually use growth to get a surplus, but it seems hard to just grow out of a deficit because of COVID. I actually did that too. That's basically what I did. I essentially grew myself out of a deficit. Manufacturing ultra high speed train, 350 miles an hour. We're not the first, but we can profit. All right, yeah, let's go to the 10th. There we go. So usually in between like the 6th and the 10th of January is whenever you get these numbers. So we have the quarterly employment figures at 4%.
Here is our growth forecast for the
as of right now. And budget surplus is one I always look for at 3.9%. Our numbers for the last year already, and I can give you the new figures relating to state debt. Therefore, total public debt, that is the state engagements of the state, in terms of loans rises to $10.2 billion. Wow. Total public debt for Georgia is $10.2 billion. That is great. Our debt service, our annual debt reimbursement level will rise by the new year to negative $1.24 billion. And finally, the most significant figure, our budget surplus, has risen to 3.9% of the GDP. Great news for Georgia. 3.6. So that has to be, yeah. So structural surplus is essentially what that is talking about. Structure. I really need to make a video about this because I know a lot of people look at this. A lot of people look at this. They don't know. You need to look at this number right here. I'm going to make a video about that. That's what the next tutorial is going to be. It's going to be kind of like a, I guess I'm going to, well, no. I'll just make a video specifically for the structural surplus because it will warrant its own video. I'll figure it out, but I'll start getting a script up right away. Maybe I'll have it out before I head out of town for a week. But guys, go ahead and leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new. If you guys want to see more content like this, hit that bell notification icon so you don't miss anything on this channel. If you guys want to see more of this, hit the like button. Again, subscribe to the channel, support me wherever you can. Go to memberships. My Cash App is in the description of this video, and more. So again, leave a like, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and take care.